I have spent more than a month in Addis Ababa. After cycling across Sudan and northern Ethiopia, I needed some time to rest, work, and edit. We made some friends, ended up staying for weeks, and even took a side quest to the Omo Valley, which I shared in the last 3 episodes. But now it's time to get back on the bike. The plan is simple: cycle south towards the border town of Moyale, enjoy the last few days in this country, and say goodbye to Ethiopia. But of course, nothing is ever that simple. I should know that by now. Welcome back to Project Africa. After a long break in Addis, we're back on the road in the beautiful Ethiopian countryside. Except things are different this time. The rainy season has started, and every afternoon it's a race against the clouds. Look how dark they are. It was quite the mission to leave the city this morning. The highway was overwhelming and scary, and then it started flooding over, but I'm so happy to finally be back on the road. We had our first accident on day 1! Poor Rayan. Welcome to bike life. And you're so muddy, your face is... He doesn't have a kickstand. Wow, very nice. My legs are so disgusting.
Look at my feet.
This is the damage. This is where we're gonna be sleeping tonight. After so many uphills and cycling in the rain, we're being invited by the Kuriftu resort to spend a night here for free. Isn't that amazing? So much luxury that we're not used to at all. Very spacious rooms, nice bathrooms. It's so beautiful, it's very peaceful. There's a view onto a lake. It's special. Big shout out to Kuriftu resort for hosting us. It's about 60 kilometers from Addis Ababa if you're ever around. I get a massage and I'm about to wash my hair and sleep so well. The next 3 days, we cover 290 kilometers from Debre to Hawassa. It feels like I never stopped, and I jump right back into the routine of cycling. Buying fruits, sharing the road with cows, goats, and of course, the kids. The kids are still here too. I noticed lots of construction going on, roads and bridges and Chinese signs everywhere. Maybe that explains why some kids have been calling us China, China. It's just 3 days of cycling, but for some reason it's so difficult for me, physically and emotionally. I have to really force myself to keep going. Well, I know why. I start my period on day 2, so to be honest, this is the last thing I want to be doing, and I find myself seriously questioning my life choices. Anyway, I keep moving. We cycle through Shashamane, the home of the Rastas, and make it to Hawassa. We are hosted by a lovely Ethiopian family, and it's nice to have a little break by the lake.
Dagem is hosting us for the night. Look at this feast right here. Thank you so much for cooking for us. This is amazing.
Wow, thank you so much. Even sometimes folded like this
To make it small.
Leg is fat.
Yeah, like I said. Wow, that's so kind of you.
Thank you. Down.
Thank you. Oh, thank you. That's so kind of you. Wow, thank you. I'm so touched. We say goodbye to this kind family and leave Hawassa to continue further south. Just outside the city, there's a huge sign where we pose for photos. Rayan and I start dancing with kids. I didn't explain much, but he's one of Rob's friends. He flew out and joined us for a week of cycling, bringing some fresh energy. Everyone who's joined us on this journey has made it so special. Tim, Sharif, Shahab, French team, and Xavi for a section in Ethiopia. I'm very grateful for everyone who came. And now Rayan is here for a few days, and cycling with him has been fun. Ethiopian.
Absolutely.
What did he say?
I don't know.
This is what happens every time we stop. It's even spilling over onto the street. We keep cycling past lots of small villages, and we come across a religious ceremony of some sort. And in the next village, we get practically assaulted by kids selling us bananas.
Yeah.
100. Only 150.
Yes. No, 1 second. 1 second. Little update. They stole my sunglasses while they were trying to sell me bananas. Now we're gonna see who's the thief. Try to find him and get the glasses back. Found the glasses.
Did you pay someone?
I paid a guy. He ran behind the bus, found the guy.
Because everyone knows each other.
Exactly. They all knew who it was.
Yeah, exactly.
So I told them, glasses? He was like, and he was like, come.
Alibaba! Alibaba!
It's a really hard day. It's mostly the people, honestly, it's exhausting. There's a kid. There's another kid who threw a rock at me, this time with a slingshot. It's so exhausting to have to be on your guard all the time. Every time you see a kid, they either push you, run after you, pull your bike, or throw rocks at you if you don't give them money. It's so exhausting. In a way, it feels quite validating to have someone new here, because sometimes I think I might be a bit too harsh with my opinions on this country, but now he can be a witness to the chaos and craziness of Ethiopia, and also the contrasting beauty, of course. How would you summarize your cycling experience in Ethiopia with 3 words?
Attends, je dois penser à 3 mots.
Off the top of your head.
You, c'est mon premier mot. Hein.
You? Money?
You, money, beautiful.
Aww.
You, money, beautiful.
She's literally like pulling my hair as you were saying that. Salam. Salam Nachu.
I'm honestly very disappointed that I'm leaving. My butt was getting used to the pain. My legs were starting to shake, but it's okay. My body was not getting used to falling.
Your body's gonna be happy.
Salam. Where are you go? Dilla.
Where are you go?
I'm going for.
He said going.
Going where?
I'm crossing there.
High five. 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 Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. As we cycle in the south of Ethiopia, the landscapes are changing a lot. It's so much greener. It's green in a different way. I guess it rained a lot here. Where are you go? Dilla. Once we reach Dilla, Rayan takes a bus back to Addis to fly home, and Rob and I continue the journey to the border alone. Today's our last official final day in Ethiopia. We're in a very special place, right on the border between Ethiopia and Kenya, where there's a bunch of craters, and this one specific volcanic crater is called Soda. There's a lake at the very bottom, so we really want to check it out. I had no idea that this volcanic crater existed, but here we are. We hike down to have a closer look at this water and run into some people followed by a dozen donkeys carrying what looks like big bags of sand. With broken English, one man explains that he's bringing up salt.
My name is Nura Kalicha. I go down water, carrying the black salt.
Black salt.
Yeah.
And then he turns around and hikes back down to show us. These places are really, really hard to access. You know, it's hours and hours and hours away from Addis Ababa, the capital, and you have to really be so interested and so passionate about it to come all the way here just for this. But since we're just passing through on a bike, it's very easy for us to just make a little turn to the left and come see this place. That's the really cool thing about traveling by bike. It takes you to places that you would not necessarily go. Like, why would I come here? You know, I have no reason to come here in the very southern part of Ethiopia, but because I'm passing through to get to the border, I get to stop in like really, really cool places like this. But it's not as glamorous as it might look, because this whole path is covered in donkey dung, and because they carry huge bags of salt, the water drips on and it makes the dung moist. I don't know, maybe the salt plays a role in it, but it seems like the dung is not disintegrating, it's just sitting there. So we've been walking in dung for 30 minutes. The man plugs his nose and ears with plastic bags and shows us how he dives into this water to retrieve the salt by hand.
Okay.
Oh, he's floating! Okay. Rob joins him. He wants to see what it feels like. And we just start laughing, even the guys around, because of how ridiculous this situation is. A Farangi floating away in a salt crater in the middle of nowhere. We chat to them for a while and try to understand a bit more. I believe there are 2 types of salt crystals in sand, white and black.
Wow.
Yeah.
It actually tastes really good.
As we hike back up, I think to myself, how cool and random and unexpected. You truly never know what's next on this journey. It is our final morning in Ethiopia, and it is absolutely freezing cold. I have all my layers on. I don't have that many layers because I didn't prepare for this. It's just a outer jacket and a fleece. It's just so cold and misty and windy, and did not expect this. I thought that as we approach Kenya it's going to be hotter and hotter because it's more desert-y, but actually it's the total opposite. It's so cold. This is the town of Mega. It's the last city before Moyale, the border. I have to say I am mega excited to leave Ethiopia. 3 months is way more than enough. We cycle down the road in search of some breakfast. What's this? Full?
This is egg.
Eggs?
Egg and
Full. And the bread and chai. Chai or tea?
Coffee.
Coffee. Bunna. Bunna. Warm eggs and hot tea. Oh wow. Attends. C'est trop chaud. And a hot tea is so necessary and I'm so happy because it's so cold. It's too hot. Oh, that's sweet. That's good. That breakfast warmed me up a little bit and now we're gonna start cycling. I'm gonna leave this mega city and head towards Moyale, the border with Kenya. It's like 100-something kilometers, but it's mostly downhill, so I'm very excited. But it's gonna get very cold, like the downhills are so cold. And the visibility is crazy today. It's next to none. I can barely see Robin in the distance. It's so foggy, so misty, I barely can see anything with these glasses on. So, with foggy glasses, I start my last day in Ethiopia. Today we have 107 kilometers to go. One final day of hills, which are giving us quite a dramatic backdrop today, and one final day of UUUs echoing in the distance. Got a flat. It's the last day in Ethiopia. I thought we could cycle across Ethiopia without a flat, but no. A flat in my front tire as well. I don't understand how or why. But here we go. It doesn't take long before we are surrounded by a crowd.
We reached the village about 50 kilometers away from Moyale, and people are already speaking Swahili, which is very interesting.
And I have a flat. Camera. Well, I really hope that was my one and only flat in Ethiopia. But I only had like 40 kilometers to go to the border, so fingers crossed. I noticed that the houses are changing. In Sudan and northern Ethiopia, the houses were usually rectangular and made of bricks or wood. Now we're cycling past round houses with thatched roofs, and some are painted with bright colors and patterns. I find one lady repairing one of the walls by hand. She's using wet mud like plaster and smoothing it onto the house, layer by layer. It's quite satisfying to watch. Back home, most of us don't build our houses ourselves. This is very beautiful. This one. It's very pretty. You have long ones. You also have earrings. I have some extra postcards that I haven't sent out. I always keep some just in case I meet really nice people and I want to give them a souvenir. So I'm going to give them a bunch of my postcards to keep as a gift. These are the postcards I'm gonna give them. I have this one of us two, and then I have this one, which is funny because this one's the way that I'm dressed today. Here, for you. Photo. Okay, this is me.
Photo study.
Photo. Yeah. Sudan. This Ethiopia. And this one is in Sudan. Salam Nachu. Salam. How are you? Thank you. I can't anymore. I'm so over the climbing. Oh, I want some flat, please. I think I might have climbed the last big hill in Ethiopia. It looks insane from here. In the moment it was really tough as well because it is pretty windy and it's a headwind, so it slows us down a lot, but oh my gosh. I can't believe it. We're actually getting to the end and we're actually gonna cross into Kenya. We have spent 3 whole months in this country and we've seen so much of it, maybe a bit too much at this point. I'm so excited to leave, but at the same time, I'm super happy that we got to spend so much time here. I learned a lot. Ethiopia taught me a lot. I overcame so many obstacles and so many challenges that I didn't even know existed. It could exist. It was really beautiful. The landscapes were incredible. Cycling was really challenging and I've grown a lot in my confidence and my knowledge that I can do anything. Like, I've had some of the hardest, most physically challenging days of my entire life in this country, and going forward I believe that I can do anything. Like, any challenge that's thrown my way, I'm like, this can't be as bad as the second day of Ethiopia. You know, Let's keep going. I still have like 30 kilometers to go. And after an uphill, there's a downhill. Kenya, here we come. I feel like I'm getting emotional. When I arrived in Ethiopia, I thought it was going to be my last country and I would have to turn back home, go back home, because I was not in a good place at all. And now I'm leaving, and I'm leaving very happy and grateful, and I'm gonna keep going, obviously. We still have a while to the border, but we're almost there. I think we'll be spending the night at the border, and then tomorrow morning do all our paperwork. Good morning from the Ethiopian customs office in Moyale. It's 8 o'clock in the morning and I'm here bright and early to get our deposits back for the bicycles. I am not super hopeful that it's going to work today because it's still Ethiopia. You might remember from many episodes ago that arriving in Ethiopia was quite the experience. We spent all day at the border doing paperwork, riots broke out, and we had to spend the night there. We paid a deposit for importing our bikes, and we knew that getting our money back would be very difficult, but we are determined individuals. So once again, we spent all day here with the customs officers, playing good cop, bad cop. I do some editing and just wait and wait. I even have time to get stamped into Kenya. I think I'm gonna cry. The Kenyan officer was so nice to me. I forgot what it's like to be spoken to with respect. He was so friendly. He was so nice. I have to wait for my visa to get released because my e-visa for some reason didn't get released. He called someone, he's like, okay, we're gonna release it. What should I do now? How long is it gonna take? He's like, just sit here and relax and it'll be ready very soon. In Ethiopia, you don't even get an answer. You ask like 10 times and it's just like, no.
We've been stuck at the border of Moyale for the whole day. Other cyclists usually stay 5 to 12 days sometimes to get their deposit back. They're trying to get our money until the last day of our visa in Ethiopia. What they're trying to do is make us tired of waiting for them to keep the money that we paid as a deposit. And it's in the hundreds of dollars, so imagine.
They have all the time in the world.
Yeah.
Just now, this morning, I went to the bank. On the Kenyan side, I went to the bank. And this Ethiopian guy walks next to me. When I got to the bank, I changed my money. I'm like, I don't need you. Like, thank you, I'm okay. I don't need your help. I walked with you. I came with you to the bank. You need to give me money. Even when you leave Ethiopia and arrive in Kenya, they still follow you and they still want money from you until the last minute. Leaving the border, right behind me, entering Kenya now. It was an unsuccessful day getting our money back from the Ethiopian authorities. So we're gonna just try and find a place to sleep in and come back tomorrow morning and try again. What a day wasted, just waiting around. The incompetence of these people. I'm not even gonna try to be nice about it. They're idiots and they're corrupt, and that's the reality of it. Well, I guess Ethiopia's trying to teach me patience until the very last day. Thankfully, we were able to come into Kenya to get some food, and that made me very happy. And we'll just try again tomorrow, and hopefully finally enter the next country of Project Africa. Welcome to Kenya.